Welcome to Man Talk 133. That's what me and Unite. What it do, cuz?
What's going on, bro?
Ain't nothing to it, man. Ain't nothing to it. So we got a topic tonight, man. I gotta
Uh-huh.
I gotta shout out my man Q. What up, Q? You see this, bro. This is the for you. Q Baker. He know who I'm talking about. So
So you put a name with it. Okay.
yeah, they don't know.
Okay.
I ain't put the first one because they be trying to find him, but his name Q
Right.
Baker.
Right.
Anyway, so we was having this discussion the
hmm
other day, man, and the question is, why don't men go to church? Why, like, if you look
hmm
at the churches as a
Right.
whole, we probably got what I don't know, probably 80, 90% women,
Yeah,
10 to
it's
20% men.
yeah, it's real low with the bros. Yeah.
So what is something that you think? Because I got a list of stuff I'm gonna go. What do you think? What's one of the reasons why you think they don't go to church?
Well, the main one for me, man, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. The
Mm-hmm.
main one for me, man, reason why I think bros don't go to church like that, cause they think when they go to church, they think people view them as being soft.
Yeah, yeah,
You
that's
know,
that's a good one.
yeah. So I kind of look at it. I kind of look at it like that. That's how they view church. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They looked at like, man,
Man,
man, you go to
homies looking
church,
at me like
dog.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you go to church, bro. That's
Yeah,
weak,
so
bro.
so they kind of got that over their head. That's the way I see it.
All right, that now
Yeah.
that's a good one. That's a good one. Well, one of the ones that, as I was looking preparing for this, the
hmm
most common thing that I found why men don't go to church.
hmm
Men feel like church is catered to women.
Okay.
And I say, so I had to look a little deeper, like, what do you mean? Well,
Right.
basically, like men, like they have like all these, basically, I'm gonna read it like this. Um, one of the reasons why many churches have a hard time attracting men as
hmm
attendees is that churches offer Bible studies, book clubs, and mother circles for female attendees,
hmm
while men sometimes only get the occasional or yearly retreat. So basically, they saying they got all these programs for women,
hmm
but they ain't got nothing for men. They may give me,
Okay.
hey, Father's Day stand up, hey, everybody clap, Happy Father's Day,
Oh, Mother's Day is a holiday in church now.
and that's what they talking about.
Right.
They don't feel as though that they are celebrated. Like, okay, just look at it from this standpoint. All right,
hmm
say like for example, it's supposed to be God, the man, then the
hmm
woman. But
Right.
if he don't feel celebrated in church, why he
Right.
gonna want to go?
Right. That's true.
It
That's
it,
true.
it
And see, a lot of
Mhm,
times, man, see, you got to go, I got to go back to this too.
mhm.
So a lot of times, like, I seen some cases in churches, like, if if you got the right pastor that's
Yeah,
running the church,
yeah,
they won't have to worry about this right here. But sometimes you got, even though it's church, usually it's God, the man,
mhm,
and the woman,
yeah,
but you'll still have women running the church.
yep. Basically,
And the guys kind of like, man, I ain't even going, they'll let the women go. They'll say, well, that's something that they do. Cause they gonna,
yeah.
they gonna take over. You seen some of those women who like do like love to do the announcements.
Oh yeah, get up there for about 30 minutes for
Yeah,
three cars,
they
bro.
gonna take over. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a multitude of things. I'm interested to hear what you got on your list too, cause you know what I mean. Cause yeah, you
Yeah,
know, it's
it's. I
yeah.
think that too, man. I think I kind of see their point because
hmm
they want men to be active in the church, but they
Right.
don't have nothing for them to be active in. You can't have
hmm
so many deacons. You can't have
True.
so many ministers, and you sure ain't
True.
gonna have but one pastor. That's it.
Right.
So
Right.
now, if you got the women singing, because you
hmm
don't have a men's choir. If you
hmm
got the women doing announcements, because you don't have men doing that.
hmm
If you don't have like fellowship events for men, they looking like,
hmm
bro, I might well stay home watch football on Sunday, bro. I mean, the countdown start at 12.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
they can watch it all for the rest of the day. What's the point of me going? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So let me ask you this. Do you think men having to be leaders of their home, meaning like having to pray for the family, the wife, and all that, kind of play a part too. They kind of like, well, if I'm in church,
Mm-hmm.
now I got to go home and pray, and I don't really want to do that. You know, so I don't, man, I ain't gonna call y'all out so bad tonight, but I'm just saying, do you think that's part of it?
You might have a point. You know what I mean? But I still I still can't get past that part where I said the men, because I actually seen guys bring their wives to church and drop them off and
Right.
then come back and pick them up.
Pick them up, right?
And I still say, man, it's like I understand what you're saying. Get back to what you
Mm-hmm.
were saying too about that got to come home and pray,
Yeah.
over the family or whatever. That's one of the
Yeah.
that's one of the mandatory requirements.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But it's still to me, man, that like I guess a lot of guys that I've seen, it's almost
Mm-hmm.
like they ain't cool if they come to church. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like they
Yeah.
may come, every now and then, might
Yeah.
one Sunday, whatever, but they don't come like cause it's like they ain't cool to the other brothers that's outside of the church.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
He ain't
So
cool when he go to the L&A, dog. I mean, he got a
yeah,
suit
he go
on.
he go to the car wash or
I got
something
what
like
you
that,
say.
hang out with
Yeah.
the brothers, you know what I'm
He
saying? Like
can't
he
do
ain't
it.
cool, you know what I'm saying? But see,
Yeah.
that's when you got to stand on your own 10.
For
See, that's when
real,
you got to
bro.
be a man. Like, look, man, I'm gonna go ahead on, give God some time.
Yeah.
He always tell the guys this, God bless us with 6 days and 22 hours.
You ain't lying.
I said the least we that's free will. I said the least we can do is give him 2 hours on Sunday.
At least two,
At
Doc.
least two. I mean, I don't know what time a person's church turn out on Sundays. It depends on, I guess, how the spirit is in there, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's at least 2 hours.
At least two, bro.
You can give them two.
And I'm I'm gonna give them because I know people like scripture, Doc. And
Right.
they like for to go back and read it. But based
Yeah.
on what I was saying, it says every man in the church should be
Mm-hmm.
intentionally developing and practicing his teaching skills because every man is at least a husband or potential husband,
Mm-hmm.
and God has commanded husbands to be teachers in their homes. Deuteronomy 6 and through 7 and Ephesians 5:25 through 27. Y'all go read it. I'm just saying that's what it
Right.
I didn't write it. So I'm just saying, like, I had to preface that, like, people think we write this stuff, and then they be like,
Mm-hmm.
they get in their feelings about it. I'm
Right.
saying to the men, I think sometimes that, like, if they don't have accountability, say, like, for
Mm-hmm.
example, they go goof off, and
Mm-hmm.
whatever. I ain't know. I don't go to church. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I ain't know I had to pray for y'all. Well, now, bro,
Right.
you know what we gonna do, and they
Right.
still don't do it. But
Yeah.
the main thing I think is, and this goes, I'm gonna start with my list. The
Mm-hmm.
main thing again is feminization of the church.
That's true.
I didn't write this either, y'all,
Right.
so don't get mad
Right.
with me. They said that, for example, worship is perceived as Jesus, my boyfriend songs, which may put off men who are more masculine or driven, like you said. They don't want to look like a punk
Right.
because they're in there
That's
with their hands over their eyes closed and
right.
praising the Lord. They don't want to look like that.
Right. But see, when you praise him, see, you ain't got to praise him like everybody praise him different.
Yeah,
That's what
everybody.
that's what I
Yeah,
tell that's what I
yeah,
tell everybody. My wife, of course she preach.
yeah,
So she prays him like hands up, whatever, all
yeah,
however they do it.
yeah.
When I praise him, I'm kind of like more of meditation mode.
There you go.
And
Everybody
some people,
different, bro.
yeah, some people might be looking like, but they know me by now. Some people might be looking like, man, oh, man, sitting over there like he ain't paying attention what's going on. But
Yeah,
trust me, I'm in meditation mode.
there you
You know
go.
what I'm saying? That's how I praise him.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
some people take off running through the church like they're on fire. I mean, it just
right.
depends on how it hit them and how
Hmm.
their worship mode is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people just, like you said, man, they don't want to look like they soft. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
the shame,
that's it.
you shame to go, like I said, man, just go ahead on the church, man. Everybody, especially, okay, I can say the black community,
Mhm.
everybody got some church in them.
Everybody.
grandma, mom,
Yep. Yep.
everybody, So,
Yeah.
and you just, that's your roots. You know what I'm
That's your
saying?
roots,
Like, so
dog.
ain't no need to be ashamed of, you going to church on Sunday.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I ain't saying you got to go every Sunday. It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna take a little, it's gonna take a little time because like I said, when I came back, to the church, years
Mm-hmm.
back, it took me some
Yeah.
time. I didn't go every Sunday,
Yeah.
but I didn't miss all of them either.
Right. You gotta
Yeah.
it take time to grow that spiritual stamina where you able to,
Right.
first of all, for you to stay up in church. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you go to a church with a pastor, if you go to a
Right.
church where the pastor ain't got no energy, doc, you got one of them
Right.
old pastors that they
Mm-hmm.
give you two scriptures and that's it and hoop the rest of the time. You
Right.
and I think that's sometimes too. You get men like to be stimulated. Like if you're
Right.
gonna teach them something, you got to have them to the point where like I want to know what he gonna say next week. Because if you got him
Right.
where you give him two scriptures, he don't remember them, he ain't write them down. The
Mm-hmm.
chances are that and you doing a lot of hollering and all that other stuff, and ain't nothing wrong
No.
with that. But I'm just saying you gotta teach men because they like to learn stuff. That's
Right.
why they
See.
like to break stuff apart and put it back together.
Right. See. That's how Red. That's how our pastor is. You know him. Of course, you know him personally,
Yeah.
but
Oh yeah. Yeah.
that's how he is. All the bros. It's that we connected to him.
Yeah.
Everybody connected to him, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He one of us, man. He did what we did growing up.
Yeah.
Like I say,
Exactly.
he was Army Ranger. So,
Yeah.
we
He
already
been
are,
he been in them streets. He know.
yeah, right. So,
Yeah.
and he keep it, like I said, all the bros, man, we stay up with it, man. So that's what we got. So
Yeah.
all of us kind of, the bros kind of get together. We got a nice foundation.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
find a church that work for y'all, bro. Like if
Right.
understand, like if your wife her most of the times this is the women that kind of be in the church first.
Yeah.
And they go to the church and they most time they go to a family church.
Right.
Now, if that don't work for you, because it may not, they may be conditioned to two scriptures and a lot of hollering. You may
Yeah.
not be conditioned to that. You may be
Right.
like, look, I need a little bit more. If you want me to be living holy,
Mm-hmm.
you going to give me more than two scriptures, Doc.
Right.
And those two scriptures is, you know, John 3:16, and the other one. You got to give me a little more than that, Doc.
Right. And see, our pastor, he's a historian as well.
Uh-huh.
So, he give us a lot, and we be like, man, like kind of like you be sitting on the edge of your seat, like what he
You
gonna
want to know
say
what's
next.
next? Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? So he's a historian, all that stuff, man. So he
Yeah,
real good. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And that's good. So let me ask you this then, because I'm going down the list.
Mm-hmm.
A lack of masculine role models is one of the reasons why they say that they don't come to church. Now I don't see a lot of pastors that's
Mm-hmm.
like that. So I don't
Right.
know where this one come in at. Now I don't know what role models they looking for, but I thought you chose your role model.
Right. What you saying, like the non-masculine role models or
Yeah,
masculine role
yeah.
models.
No, lack of masculine role models. Like they don't
And see,
have them. I thought you chose your own role models.
and I guess probably like that question right there, what I see in that question right there, I guess what they probably talking about is like you know, first thing guys gonna say, like, not saying they looking for a role model in church or whatever, but
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
when they go to church, they always say, even comedians say it, but like they always
Mm-hmm.
talk about, the choir director may not be as
Yeah.
manly. You might have some
Whew.
ministers is like that,
Yeah. And that's the
you know.
thing. That's what
And
I'm
so,
saying.
yeah, so some guys coming to church, they looking like, man, like we ain't signed up to see this.
Yeah, I ain't see
You know
him
what I'm
see
saying?
him
We don't, whatever
float
you do
across
is
the stage. That
right. Whatever you do is whatever you do, but we ain't signed up for
yeah.
this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a
Yeah.
lot of a lot of guys are like that. So if
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
they talking about for, is like looking for a role model,
Mm-hmm.
they may not be looking for, like you said, not their role model in the church, but probably when
Mm-hmm.
they go, when they see, like when they see that
It ain't gonna
it
it
ain't,
ain't gonna
yeah,
go. It's
They be
just they
like,
gonna,
man, they'll be like, man,
yeah,
I ain't coming back here next week. You know
man.
what I'm
I
saying?
I ain't listen. I ain't talking about nobody. So don't
Right.
nobody send me no messages
Right.
and none of that. But if you got that lisp,
Yeah.
you gonna lose
Right.
him, bro. I don't care who you are, but he got that lisp and he's doing all that, and let me come on out there for folks. The lack of men with whom to form friendships. Well, they can't form friendships in church because ain't no men.
Facts. Yeah.
So I get I'm gonna ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
What would be one of your ways that because I got some other stuff I'm gonna go through on this list because I'm gonna tell
Mm-hmm.
you right now, they really, really, really own the churches
Mm-hmm.
about catering to women. I mean, I got some more comments, bro, but it's still talking about
Yeah.
catering to women. So what would be something that you could think of that can boost men membership?
Man, that's a great question. For me, man, I think it's gonna really be on it. It's gonna be on the individual, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
The reason why I say that because it kind of go back to to the respect thing of the household.
Yep. Yep.
Now, okay, say like if you, I know I might be going off topic just a little bit because,
Uh-huh.
like I said, that is a good question, and
Yeah.
that's kind of tough one to answer. Like,
Yeah.
especially if you ain't got no male wrote me, it's gonna be hard to answer that question if you got, like you said, somebody sliding across the stage or the
Yeah.
pulpit that ain't
Yeah.
all the way right. You know what I'm saying? So
It's
that's gonna be
tough.
hard in itself. But
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna, when I say the individual, it's gonna be like if that man step up and say, "Look here," he tell his wife, "Look here, I'm going to church with you tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna try to go with you to church, every Sunday,
Regular. Yeah. Uh-huh.
regular." You know what I'm saying? That's gonna give that woman when she see that her husband then
Yeah.
took charge, like he gonna start going to church or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
he gonna get a lot of respect
Yep.
from her
Yep.
out the
100%.
gate. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but that's why I say it's gonna have to be the individual.
Right.
But
I
but
agree with that.
but outside of that's gonna be kind of hard, man. That first part of that question, because like you said, if you got the choir director, he ain't right, then you got a pastor or minister or whatever up there that he ain't right. And the dude gonna be like, look, man, what I sign up for. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
another thing, and I know this, I hope this don't hit the people too hard either.
right.
Stop taking up so many offerings, bro. Like you got to,
Oh yeah.
like they come in church, they got a set amount that they gonna give out on Sunday. Hey,
Right.
y'all try to go over that little amount, bro. Like, hold on, bro. Like this, like the third offering. You got to, and then sometimes, honestly, serious
Mm-hmm.
business that turn them off. They like, look, bro,
Yep.
they didn't took off. Like, when I get out this church, I ain't coming
Mm-hmm.
back. They're like 4 offerings.
And see, we only do one, and we always have done one.
Yeah,
I guess I'm assuming that that's kind of traditional.
yeah, it
But
is.
we have, but before COVID, we did go to a church, and it was like they did 3 offerings, and everybody was looking around
Yeah,
like, like what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
see, that's a turn off for men too, because
yeah,
they already thinking that the preacher is getting the money.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So when you putting, when you tied and doing tithes and offering like that, the men already think that the preacher's getting money. Now you going to 3.
you
You know what
going
I'm
to
saying? Like,
three and
and some
four,
people and some people don't bring that much money in with them.
right?
You know,
Use your credit card. You're like, what?
not
Yeah, you
right,
crazy.
right,
Hey, yo, bro. Hey, listen, this is, and I know if any pastors heard this, if it ain't you, I ain't
right.
talking about you. But what I am saying is y'all got to stop using the lady that gave her last.
Yeah,
The lady lad put a lad little mite in there, and
yeah,
y'all got to stop using that because the man ain't listen. I love the Lord. I go to church
yeah.
faithfully. But if I got to get home and you asking me to get my last 20, I'm looking at the family and we got to get to the crib. We get to the
Right.
crib, bro. I'm not.
Right.
Listen, bro.
Right.
Everybody faith level different. Everybody,
Right.
they can say, hey, well, you need to, hey, well, you should give your last. It's easy for you to
Mm-hmm.
say that when I'm giving you my last.
Right.
You
You
getting
got
it.
you got to take care of, you got
Yeah,
to
take
take
it
care,
home.
especially if you're on your last leg, you got to take care
Yeah,
of,
yeah,
you can't
yeah.
empty out your house. You know
You
what I'm
can't
saying?
do it. You
You
can't
can't
do it.
do it,
And the Bible clearly says, do not give out of necessity or don't give grudgingly. God loves a cheerful giver. If you're gonna give out of necessity, then you going against what God words say. If you need that $20, that's a
Right.
necessity, bro. So
Right.
it's got to be a fine line in between like the faith and necessity, because
Right.
I'm just saying, bro, they be that some pastors do that. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And it's kind of like you be like, bro, come on now. Like you
It's
didn't just like
it's some guys, man, they don't really believe in that tithing, but I do.
they don't they
You
don't
know what I'm
believe in
saying?
it, bro.
And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you a quick one. It's like
Uh-huh.
when I first came back to church years ago, right? You know
Mm-hmm.
how we do. And I'm gonna just give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
You go to church on Sunday morning, cause like I said,
Yep.
I'm gonna use the one offering.
Hands
You go to
moving. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one offering the way we do it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Now I used to go to church, but that's before. See, a lot of people, sometimes like say you gotta learn how to tithe. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
you
saying? Like
do.
when you first coming back. So when I learned how to tithe, before I learned how to tithe, this is what I used to do. I went to church. When I went to
Mm-hmm.
church that morning, I had a tank full of gas in my vehicle
Mm-hmm.
every Sunday, right?
Uh-huh.
I had a bank full of money. I can go to the ATM machine and get out whatever I want, right?
Yep.
But what I used to do was I used to go when it was time for me to tithe offering or whatever. Say
Mm-hmm.
like if I went to the church with $45 in my pocket, right?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna just use this as
I
an
know.
example. I had I had two 20s and a five.
Uh,
What I used to do, I used to like, man, I'm gonna put that five in the bucket.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I don't
For
need the
sure.
money. I don't need the money because I got a
Yeah.
full tank. If I
Yeah.
need some more money, I can stop at the bank, right?
And get it.
So,
Yeah.
I was kind of spinning wheels or whatever, you know what I'm saying, doing that. So when
Mm-hmm.
I flipped it
Mm-hmm.
and I put that 40 in the basket and kept the
Mm-hmm.
five,
Mm-hmm.
I started seeing some things.
Things break a loose, that.
You
It's a
know what I'm saying?
principle. It's
It
a
won't, it
law.
won't, yeah, because I was like holding on to
Yeah.
that 40, like
Yeah.
with plenty of money in the bank and with plenty of gas in the car. So it won't my last.
Right.
I didn't need it. So I'm like, man, I ain't putting this $40. Man, you crazy. I'm giving them $5. That's all they
Man,
getting.
that's all they getting, dog.
But
For
when I
real.
flipped it, I started
Mm-hmm.
seeing, you know, some stuff move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That's some of the things that's not on my list that
Mm-hmm.
we that you they gotta stop doing, bro. Like you
Yeah.
you gotta stop when you get them in the building.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta stop bashing them,
Yeah.
because you gonna bash them one time, they ain't come back next service.
Nope. You right.
I'm just saying it's not gonna happen. You get up there and talk about how sorry the men are. They need to be doing this. If you ain't doing this in your house, you blah 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 blah. Once you
Right.
get him that one time,
Mm-hmm.
he ain't coming back. I'm
Right.
just saying, you got to know how to. I feel like you got to know how to nurture men. Like they like
Mm-hmm.
they some of them can be fragile. Like their egos. If you say something the wrong way, they take it the wrong way, and it can go either way. And then what to topple that, you talk
Mm-hmm.
about how bad the men are, and then you give this whole sweet sermon about how good the women are.
Right.
Like now he looking at that like, bro, like I mean, I'll come in here, bro.
Right.
Like your order off, bro. Like I thought y'all supposed to be. I ain't saying y'all got to uplift me every Sunday, but I'm just saying the 3 times that I came in here, it's just like you had these messages specifically for me to bash
Mm-hmm.
me every time I
Yeah.
come in, and they don't
Right.
come back. They're like, man, why go do that when football started at 12, bro, on Sunday?
Because
I can
now I
cook
say
on the grill and all that until I get,
right. Because I'll say this real quick. Now I've seen instances like this before too in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Like you saying when you talking about bashing men. Now I've seen men go to Sunday school, right?
Mm-hmm.
but they stopped going to Sunday school
Mm-hmm.
because um when the women was running Sunday school, they would
Mm-hmm.
single them out and make them read passages in the Sunday school books, right?
Right, right.
And the guys, they could read,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't really like, reading
Yeah, in front of
out
people. Yeah.
out
Mm-hmm.
loud like that, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
and then so the guys, when they stopped going, the women kind of had a problem, like where the guys don't come to Sunday school this and the guys don't come to Sunday school that. But you like you just said, you kind of made them feel out of place
Yeah.
when you do that. So that'll be just like if we had a gun class.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that we know about the gun class, we supposed to teach you about the gun class. What it look like if I
Mm-hmm.
had a gun class and I had the people coming in off the street and make them read the book
Right.
in,
Right.
in the
And
class.
you
Like
read page two.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I supposed to be giving you the knowledge.
Right. And you got me reading it. Like
Right,
and you like you said, man, it come from like you gotta start somewhere. You gotta
right.
get into church and you gotta wanna do it. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
wanna church ain't easy because once you get
Yeah,
in
no.
church, you and your wife gonna start having problems like y'all ain't never seen before.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because that
Oh yeah.
warfare gonna come with it. You trying to
Oh
get
yeah.
closer to the Lord, and next thing
They
you
don't
know,
believe that, man. They
yeah,
don't
it's
believe it.
real. It's
It's
real,
real
Doc.
though.
I'm telling you, you believe that. The closer you get, the more, man, people, not just your wife, but people in general,
Yep.
just gonna start hating. Like, bro, like all I'm trying to do,
Yep.
I go in church, I the Lord bless me with a new car. I
Mm-hmm.
got a
Oh
little
yeah.
new suit. And
Yeah.
why everybody don't nobody like me? When I was broke, busted, and disgusted, everybody was my friend. When you had a better
Yeah.
suit and car than me, now we was we we going at it like you don't like me. But when you was on top, you
Yeah.
was cool with your foot on my throat. Now,
You
now that's another reason why that men when they come to church, they like, bro, why the men got to hate on me so bad, bro?
right.
Ain't but a
You can
suit, bro.
you can do good, but you just can't do better than me.
You can't do
That's how.
better than me.
And another thing on that too, man, that people got to realize, people, like it's just like rock, like a spaceship or rocket or
Yeah.
whatever, man. You
Yeah.
got those when they're going out of space. You
Mm-hmm.
got those boosters on the side, right?
Yeah.
And as that
Yeah.
as that spaceship is going in outer space, those boosters they fall
Mm-hmm.
away, right? They
Yep.
fall off
Uh-huh. Yep.
because they can't go. So a lot of people just can't go where you going.
They can't go with you, Doc.
And
You just can't go.
just like those boosters can't go into outer space with their spaceship.
They
So they
can't
got to
go there.
fall off. So that's how people gotta do. People, they just, hey man, they gotta fall off, man.
Man, let me tell
You
you,
know.
this nigga talking like Al tonight, Doc. You been studying Al Shaw. Yeah, mug. You were talking about the spaceships falling. I feel you though. That's a good analogy though, bro. But they were saying this is another thing that, like I said, they are really, really on this, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Outreach is mainly female friendly.
Say that again.
Outreach is
Mm-hmm.
mainly female friendly,
Mm-hmm.
such as family, toddler groups, and social events. More male focused events, such as curry nights, men's breakfast, are not always seen as helpful or possible or boring. Like, so basically, like the outreach is geared towards just women, like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
hey, we got this women's fellowship, we
Oh
can
man.
do,
Yeah.
and blah blah blah, and you come on in, and then the husband standing there like, what's up with me, bro? Like, what y'all
Right.
got for the men?
Right.
And then they pointed old Rufus over there. And that's what you got. Like, really? You got like 50 women over here, and I got to go deal with him? That's it? And then they'd be like, you know what, bro? Don't worry about it, bro. After we get in this car, I'm letting you
Mm-hmm.
know I ain't coming back.
I
It's a
seen the
fact.
men's excuse me, I seen the men's breakfast. I seen the men's breakfast before. I didn't know it was a men's breakfast or a women's breakfast.
Right, right. Most of
We
them
had,
come.
we had some. I'm gonna just say it cause hey, I could talk on that. Well, hey, we had some visitors that's supposed to come to see us, right? Like we got the
Mm-hmm.
bros supposed to get together, right? Man,
Uh-huh.
they wives come in, just about took over on that side where the brothers was sitting there, right? And you know how you always ask for a visiting deacon or somebody like that to speak,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
After you do the welcome,
Mm-hmm.
they give a response.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, we wait for the dude to do his response. His wife standing on and took the mic. I'm like, what in the world is this? A women? This men breakfast or this women? Like, what is
Women,
it?
women,
They took
women,
over.
women. Y'all got to let the men have their time. Like y'all got all the light. You got you in the choir. You doing
The
you know
announcements.
announcements.
Yeah.
You in the daycare with the kids. You doing all. Just give them a Saturday for a couple of hours to go eat some pancakes and bacon and
Yeah.
sausage with the homies. That's
That's
it.
probably that's probably why outside of being looked at as weak, the men,
Yeah.
as far as the men coming to church, that's probably when they get their only solitude.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, on Sunday morning,
Yeah.
like, oh, you going to
Yeah.
church? Okay, good. Like, I'll be here when you get back.
Peace.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I got something to do. My stomach hurt.
What my
You know what
boy
I'm
say,
saying?
I hope they got two services this week.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Two. And
Yeah,
another thing they were saying, like
yeah.
services requires attention spans of a particular kind which are unsuited to men. Basically,
Hmm.
what I gather from it, you may gather something different, but
Hmm.
if the service go on for 3 hours,
Oh no, bro. Yeah.
is a little different. Like you gotta
Hmm.
kind of because you're gonna lose them. The
Yeah.
tension span is not like that.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it
Oh,
can
I'm with you
lose
on
them.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm with you on that one. Yeah.
yeah, it can lose them. So then another one thing, because I got two more things. There is a lack of male leadership. No
Hmm.
guys,
Hmm.
and we talked about this earlier.
Right.
Now, most churches that I've been to, they here and there. They ain't
Hmm.
like I got to look at them every Sunday preaching and all that. I ain't never
Right.
been to none like that where they do that. Some may,
Hmm.
but from what I seen, I ain't seen that. I don't know if you have or not, but I haven't.
What's that?
That no guys like no like I guess somebody they can relate to. You know what I mean? Like
Okay. Then see with us, we loaded like that.
yeah,
Then see,
yeah,
well, like I say, I always say, you already met our guys.
oh yeah,
It's about eight of us.
uh huh,
All us, is, you know, we guys, we got
yeah,
an older guys, we got some in the middle, we got some younger guys bringing up.
yeah,
Everybody's kind of, we got some guys.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But you
so
know what? Let me say this, and I know the men y'all probably ain't gonna like this. I know y'all probably ain't gonna like this, dog. I went over a whole list of stuff,
oh yeah.
and basically what this equates to is a bunch of excuses. That what it equate to, dog.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of excuses where y'all try to find a way out, and not some of it is legit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But I'm sure you and I both have faced the long services,
Oh yeah.
how they cater to women,
Mm-hmm.
you know, all of that. Have you stopped going
Going where?
to church because of
No.
that? Oh, because it's just my
Oh
point.
no.
You see what I'm saying?
I
Like,
I ain't know where you was going with that one, bro. You got me on that one.
yeah, I was saying, have you ain't stopped going? Have you? You
No.
see?
And
So I'm saying,
not to cut you, not to cut you
no,
off,
go
but
ahead. You good?
real quick, it's another one too that
Uh huh.
I know I left out too. I don't
Uh
know if
huh.
that's on your list too.
Uh huh.
Guys outside of being weak, well, not being weak.
Uh
Because
huh.
first of all, you ain't weak when you go to church.
Nah.
But what I'm saying is, like, a lot of guys, this is what you hear from most guys too, some older
Mm-hmm.
guys and
Mm-hmm.
younger guys.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I ain't going to listen to no man tell me,
Yeah.
yada yada yada. And see,
Yeah.
that's one of the biggest problems too. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Ain't
saying?
gonna
Like,
tell me what to do. How to love my wife.
yeah, stuff like that. So,
Right.
or tell me about God or something like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But that's why I say it's a personal relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go in there and just get your meditation on, man, and
Yeah.
get what you can get,
That's a
and
good
then just
point, though.
and then
That's a good
then
point.
get on out of there. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good
You know.
point you brought up because a lot of times you ain't gonna tell me how to love my woman. That first thing
Right.
they gonna say, they ain't gonna tell me how to treat my wife, and
Right.
you don't even. Then they don't know if he treating her right or not, but you ain't know how to treat yours. But I'm just
But
saying. Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
to jump on that what you saying though,
Uh-huh.
if you go to church and that's what the preacher is preaching on,
Yeah.
he said God gave him the word that he preach on,
Yeah.
and he preaching that word like that,
He got
and
scripted to back it up. You know what I'm
right, and
saying?
then like he ain't talking about you if you know a hit dog or holler.
Yeah, every time.
So
Every
if
time.
so he in there preaching the word, feeding the congregation and the
Yeah.
flock. You know, you
Exactly
feel like
right.
you get mad with the preacher because he talking about how you treat your wife. He don't know how you treat your wife.
Exactly.
You basically showing him or telling him how you treat your wife
Through your actions.
through your action from what he just said. Ain't
You
nobody
sitting in the
like
chair squirming.
yeah, just like on these videos, we ain't
Yeah.
calling nobody's names except your first boy Q, but we ain't calling nobody's name. So
Yeah, I had to
if
give a shout
it's
out to more
yeah,
Baker, boy.
so we ain't
Yeah.
calling nobody's name. So
Yeah.
if it fits you, it fits you. Just like I was saying
Hmm.
about about the Sunday school situation.
Yeah, if
Like
it
I ain't
fits you, it
calling
fits you.
nobody's names, you know what I'm saying? But I say I have seen that. Now, if you
Yeah.
see this video and you feel like I'm talking about you, hey, it must be you.
It must be you to shoot fit, dog. And
You know.
this is the solution that I have for the churches. And I you may have some, but I personally feel like they should
hmm
consider revamping their men's ministries.
hmm
Like if you don't
Right.
have one, start one, because that
Right.
would kind of, they come in and fill a part where they can go fishing, and
Yeah.
like when he came out with you, we went shooting at y'all range, y'all got out there, and
Right. Right.
it's just that time, and
hmm
we went to, like, for example, we fish, go to
In
golf
the range, do golf or
golf
whatever.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, golf things. Yeah. So
hmm
we do all that. You go to
Right.
the ranges and go shoot, you go play golf, you go. I mean, I try to get the old dudes out there to play ball, but they ain't ready, bro. They like, we're gonna
Right.
have to pass on that,
Yeah,
dog.
maybe a half court game or something.
Yeah, they
They
don't want to do that. They
yeah, they
don't want to
can't
do
go.
that, dog.
Oh, they don't want to do the half.
No, no, they can't.
I
We talking about some jokers 70, 60, 70
oh,
years
okay,
old. Now
okay,
they
I
can't
got you.
dribble a ball.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
But they probably would really be interested though, man. That'll be something
Yeah.
different. I know a lot of
Yeah.
people fishing, whatever, but
Yeah.
because I found this to be, kind of true.
Hmm.
And you'll be surprised at guys like when you take
Yeah.
them out to shoot,
Yeah.
you take them out to shoot handguns and rifles and stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
They love that, man.
It's a
So that
release.
yeah, so that's a kind of
Yeah.
a good, and that's something new. And in
Yeah.
some cases that's something that some
Yeah.
guys never did before.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And they go
men,
out there, yeah, they go out there, they be like, man, when can we come back? Like,
right?
just
You
hit
see
us
what
up,
I'm
let us
saying?
know.
So churches, listen, just revamp, or if you don't have one, start a
Mm-hmm.
men's fellowship, men's ministry where they can kind of get together, you
Mm-hmm.
know, without.
Right,
Nobody don't take this the wrong way. Without they women, bro. Like they just want a
right.
few minutes just to go so he can just let his hair down. Because if he
Mm-hmm.
talking and you looking like this, see if he gonna say something. He can't let it, even in church, dog. They stand there looking at him like, you can say the wrong thing here you want to. And I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, you just got to let them have some time,
Mm-hmm.
and then not to mention, like the men's fellowship that we have, you
Mm-hmm.
come in, bring breakfast, we eat, we bring topics up, we talk about the
That's
word. Then
cool.
after that, sometime we may go fishing, or we just may meet and go fishing. We go to a place up here called Drive Shack, where you
Mm-hmm.
hit balls and stuff, golf balls,
Oh, that's
and
cool right there. Yeah,
yeah,
man. That's
stuff
yeah.
like that. You got to do
Right.
different things, bro, and bowling, different
Mm-hmm.
things to kind of keep them engaged. Because if
Right.
not, all these things we talked about, feminism, lack of masculine role models,
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff, man, how they reach out to women more and all this stuff like that, they
Mm-hmm.
are they're gonna be
Yep.
gone. Soon
Yep.
as you get there and they be like, they in there for 2, 3 hours and you ask for 4 offerings already.
Yeah, that's
You
kind
ain't
of
gonna lie.
that's kind of tough right there, man. Them 3 and 4 offerings, man. Like I said,
Yeah.
I never I like I said, I've been to a church one time that
Yeah.
did like 3 offerings. I'm like,
Hmm.
bro, I done gave all I got. Like, I ain't know we was gonna do this here. Like,
Right.
you know,
I'm tapped out, bro. You feel what I'm
yeah, you
saying?
know what I'm saying?
You
So
got me.
yeah, but like
So
I said, traditionally, like I said, we just do one at
yeah,
ours.
just one,
If you
man.
know,
Just
yeah, that's
one.
all we do.
I got one more question to ask you, then we got to go. I got one
What's
more
up?
question.
What's up?
The question I got to ask is, can you tell me anywhere in the Bible, and we can ask this next week because I got to go. Tell me anywhere in the Bible where Jesus asked for any offering for healing. I
For
want you to
healing?
just, yeah,
Okay.
for healing. You got the
Okay, I'm
healing
a,
line. Just look, I just want you to
okay.
look it up, dog. Hey,
Okay.
thank y'all for
All
joining
right.
Man Talk 133, dog. Until next time, we out.
Peace.